emergency.
I just want to validate your point, because sometimes we talk about upgrading phone systems or upgrading a web page, but it's really not the tool itself, but it's the infrastructure and the people behind it. So I think that's really important. We could get the best new web page vendor, but if it's the wrong information going up there, then having a new web page really doesn't matter. So we talk about good data going in and good data going out, as opposed to bad data going in and bad data going out. So again, I think that's important. Again, that it's more the human capital of who's picking up the phone and who's not, as opposed to who's the phone provider.
Exactly. Thanks.
Okay, and with that, the intention in the future to bring it up, you know, our superintendent may put it in his weekly notes, but I think our opportunity to strike is starting in October. Every workshop, I plan on putting in, bringing in a principal, at least a principal from the school, and then quite frankly, you can start asking those kind of questions. And that's the time in which we can address those issues. Just speaking with the superintendent, we'll probably start with the elementary schools first, 4 of them, and then go into our KMS, and then into high school. Granted, this starts in October. The chairmanship changes over in November. At least that's where I'm going with it, and then whoever the new chairman at that point can make alterations as he or she sees fit. Okay, the last thing is a professional development seminar. I know you all got some email traffic on that recently. I would say that there was a little bit of confusion on my part and a few school committee members exactly what we were trying to accomplish. Again, this falls back into the realm of if there's stuff more specifically we have questions for schools, we'll address those as we go into those workshops. So as you have issues that you really want to bring before the school committee, maybe pertains to Hugo School or Mount High School, you know, if it can wait till then, do it then. If it's something more that you think we should address sooner, then bring it to my attention and put it on the agenda. All right, so those are my intent with those chairman's initiatives. I just want to make sure everything is clear. Any questions or many comments before we adjourn this? Go ahead, Mr. Saviano, like you got something? Mr. O'Dell, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The professional development thing, the seminars, you know, in the future, you promise you're going to clear it up, because I get confused all the time between, are you talking about professional development that's taking place upstate, professional development that we said we're going to try and, you know, in-house sort of thing? I'm not really clear definition-wise what we're talking about. And I was also got even more confused the other day when I got an email that says I'm mandated to take a 14-minute bloodborne pathogen course online. I wasn't sure. What is that? I mean, is that part of the 6-hour seminar requirement? I don't know where that ties in. So I'm really confused when we're defining what do you mean by seminar, and how does that tie in with this 6-hour thing we're supposed to be doing? I'm still not clear on that.
Okay, well, that's a good question, and I don't really have the answer for you on that one, but we'll find out. I think what we were looking at possibly doing was, since traditionally we have professional development up in Providence, that maybe we could have a meeting here, and not just open up to our school district, but other nearby school districts, and then really tailor it to what we want, as long as it fell in the professional development lane. Meaning there were specific things we wanted to address, like for example, if we wanted Andrew to come in to talk about one specific thing, as long as it was professional development focused and other school districts, not only our own, could benefit from it, then we would do something like that down here. But quite frankly, what I would need to do is meet up with Brian to see if maybe we can set something like that up if you guys want to. Or quite frankly, let it continue going the way it is going, which is going to the professional development meetings that Ryan sponsors. I know there's some online stuff that I need to get a little bit more brushed up on. Then conferences that are out there that would, I believe, qualify for professional development. You know, so I'm open to suggestions. So if you have them, not necessarily right now in this forum, but if you got them afterwards at any point, please let me know, and I'll see if I can run to ground and we can bring it before the entire school community, see if that's something we might look for.
Did anyone else get that email? You did?
Yeah.
Did you take it? It's 20 minutes, Bill.
I don't know what it was.
I
Oh,
was
like spam
confused
or
by
something.
that as
No,
well.
no, it comes, Paul, it's the second one we received. Although this time I did all of them. I just didn't print out the certificates. Well, I mean, you know, it's for the district.
Yep,
Pauline
so
should
that's
probably
safe
know
schools
that.
training, it's online training for all of our staff. Our insurance carrier requires us to have everyone trained in bloodborne pathogens every year. And, you know, again, it's a fidelity to the system. So there used to be a PCR tape that went around that people would put in during their, you know, staff meetings or whatever, and I cannot say if people listen to it as well as they should have, but the safe school training, that you have to do that little quiz afterwards to ensure that you did it. So there was mandatory training, there's suggested training, and there is a catalog of a couple hundred videos that you can watch, and some of them, as you well know, Marge, some of them are just for kind of an interesting thing to look at, the things that we, as school employees, as school administrators, should be aware of. So there was one there in stress management. I don't know if you saw that one, but that's a pretty
I
good
did that one, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All kinds of safety in school settings. So the bloodborne pathogens, while you're not a direct district employee, it goes out to everybody.
Okay, so this just adds to my confusion, because what you're saying is, this has nothing to do with my favorite law, but it has something to do with the fact that our insurance requires it to be taken. So that, it's getting very convoluted to me and confusing. But all these courses I'm supposed to be taking, and why am I taking them? Who's saying I should be taking them? What's the end result? I'm really not. It's just, you know, like you're saying, it has to do with insurance.
Yep. Well, if you had a workers' comp case
Yeah.
regarding a bloodborne pathogen, they would say, well, are you trained? You would have to say no because you didn't watch the video.
But am I a school department employee?
You are. You're paid by them.
Run payroll.
Okay. So,
I mean, cut up this and that.
But
go ahead,
this
Mrs. Schofield.
is, just real quick though, so this is something to be done annually, because I think this might be where the confusion is.
Yep.
But this is the first year the school committee has got this, because I did not get this last year.
You may not have.
I've gotten two this time around, and like Bill, I was just confused because I thought, oh, maybe I'm getting this accidentally, and it's meant for people who work in the schools. So I think that might be where some of the confusion is. So it's been annual for all of the teachers and admin, and now it's also annual for the school committee
Well,
members.
we just updated the list that we send over to we did new upload. And so all emails would have been updated at that point in time.
So that would include
You've
us
gotten it
in there.
before. I mean, many of you, I'm not the video police here. Many of you
No, I just
didn't do
say-
it before,
I got them
but
before
certainly
this year.
many of you did.
So you
Yeah,
all
and
got
at the end,
them in
after you
previous
take the
years?
test, after you take the test, then if you want to waste your ink, you can print out a certificate that says you
I don't mind
are
doing it, it's
certified
just-
in bloodborne
If
pathogens.
I,
So I'm certified in that, in stress management, and the other three that
if
were in
I
there.
just,
Print it to a
to
PDF.
clarify for
What?
Mr.
You
Odell.
print it to a PDF,
Yeah.
and just
Just-
put it
I
in.
know.
Just
put
for
it in.
clarification purposes,
Please.
so this is, the bloodborne pathogen is not required by school committee members to take it every year, but it is on our behalf of administrators and adults working with children. So we have to do. So what's different this year as opposed to years in the past, going back, 14 years or whatever, is that we're providing the bloodborne pathogen video through this service, as opposed to, I remember when I was a building-based administrator, that I would put the VCR in during a meeting and say, watch this for 20 minutes, and that was the end of it, and that's the requirement. So we pushed out an email to everybody at BWRSD this year, and that's why you were notified on it. But it is not required on behalf of the school but because you are part of our email system, you receive the notification. You do not have to watch it. But it's worthwhile.
It's worthwhile an invitation to do
It was
so.
interesting, all of them were interesting, I wasn't bored. Huh?
Okay, any other questions? Seeing none.
Motion to adjourn?
Motion made by Ms. Lynch, seconded by Ms. McBride, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Ryan is